Good life forever.
516, you better do that.
What's up YouTube, this your boy Good Life Forever, and I'm back with another video. And in today's video I'll be showing you how to do a taper fade for beginners. Okay, how to do a taper fade for beginners. A taper fade is one of the hardest, toughest haircuts to do because you're doing a fade in a small area. Alright, as y'all can see, as I'm combing the hair into place, alright, doing my my consultation, combing the hair in place, make sure I know what the client truly wants, you know what I'm saying, giving him what I think he should have for this haircut and how to make him look good. Alright y'all, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set in my bald line. A little bit later on in the video, I am going to cut the hair down to the desired length, but since the fade was already pre-there, and I'm not going to really do anything with that area but fade it out anyway, I decided to go in and create the bald line. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the clipper all the way. I'm using my Gamma Alpha clippers. Okay, these are excellent clipper. I'm starting to like Gamma more and more and more, y'all, as you know, I keep cutting with them. All right, I'm going to do a a review on the Gamma clippers pretty soon. All right, so the first thing I did was open the clipper all the way, set my second guideline. I went ahead and keep hitting that line, keep tapping that line, and making sure everything is consistent and everything looks even. Alright y'all, the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my one guard close. I'm going to go ahead and proceed into hitting that line. Alright, so he's already been pre-faded. This haircut right here is probably about a week and a half old. So I knew if I went in with the one guard close, then I would go ahead and be able to basically break that line and almost take that line all the way out. Okay, the next step I'm going to do is I'm going in with my half guard close. I'm going to go a little bit higher and I'm going to proceed into knocking out that line right there at the top and to blend that line in. Alright y'all, as I stated before earlier in the video, now I'm going in with my one guard. Alright, and I'm going ahead and proceed into knocking the hair down, cutting the hair down, keeping everything consistent as I cut the hair down and try to make it as easy as I can go. I could have did this easier if I just went ahead and went against the grain. Alright, with the 1.5 halfway, I would have got the same result. I decided to go with the grain because I really didn't see the direction of his hair that he was going, and at first all he really wanted was just to taper it, and he changed his mind to cut his hair down. So that's why it seemed a little bit backwards. But hey, remember, there's 1,000 ways on how to skin a cat, alright, and get the same result.
You better do that.
All right, I'm gonna proceed back into the same side. Okay, I'm coming back in with the one guard open, and I'm basically blending all that in. As y'all see, once I cut their hair down with that one guard open, and I got it down to the desired length, how that fade fell right into each other. Okay, so I didn't have to fight too much with that 1.5 to get that line out. So when I took that hair down with that one guard, the fade pretty much fell into place. Now all I'm doing is doing a little bit of detail work with my 0 or half guard, since it's the Andy's guard. So I'm just taking my half guard and I'm just basically just doing a little bit of detail work and knocking out a lot of them dark spots where that 1 is, and just, as y'all see, the client is having a good time. I'm saying? He's enjoying himself. So all I'm doing is I'm just going in now with no guard, using my corners, and I'm just doing a little bit of the detail work, man. Entertaining the client, giving the client a good experience. We had a good conversation in the shop that day. He was more talking to the other barber. I like to be focused when I cut. I don't really say too much. I may giggle and laugh a little bit, but you know how that goes. All right, now on the back of the hair, I went ahead and with my Babyless Gold FXs, I went ahead and set in my bald line. I'm going to go ahead and keep that line consistent, make sure that line is straight, make sure that line isn't crooked. All right, your bald line is the most important part of the fade, in my opinion. Okay, the bald line is the most important part of the fade, because if you start that line crooked, every other line in your fade is going to be crooked. Okay, that means the fade is going to be crooked. So that's basically all I did, was stay consistent and make sure that line was completely straight. And now I'm going in with doing the same steps I did on the other side. Okay, clipper open, one guard close, 1.5 guard close, and knock that line out. I'm basically gonna go in between with my 0. I'm gonna go in between, with my half guard and knock all that out. Okay, and that's how I'm gonna set in the fade. I'm just keeping everything consistent, keeping everything looking the same. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going in and making sure each panel was clean before I go into the next step. A lot of young barbers, what they do is they jump from one side to the other side without completing the other side first. Okay, it's important that you clean out that panel, make sure that panel is consistent, make sure that panel is looking good before you go on to the next step, and your haircuts will look a whole lot better. Okay, so that's all I do. I keep hitting at that spot. I don't go into another spot until I'm ready, to go to the other spot. I make sure everything is completed first, and then I move on to the next step. That's what you should do with everything in life. Okay, if you're trying to start a business, if you're in college, okay, stop trying to jump to varsity if you haven't, mastered junior varsity first. Okay, now as y'all see, that fade is already starting to fall into place. I've got that one guard. I went ahead and did a lot of detail work with that one guard. Now I'm just going back in with my 0 guard, y'all, and I'm just knocking that bottom line out. Once I get this line out with that 0 guard, that fade is in there. Then all I got to do is just come back, take the guard off, and just do a little bit of detail work. All right, and then coming up on the next panel, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna do the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and let the other side roll, because I don't want to insult y'all intelligence. And basically that's how we get it done. All right. All right, in this panel, I'm going ahead and, do a little bit of detail work, and I'm just keeping everything, man. I'm keeping the blade at the same point. All right, I'm not moving my wrist no other direction. That's the only way to keep things consistent. The only way to cut consistent is if you keep everything that you're doing consistent. Stop trying to change things up. When you change things up, that's when you mess up. Okay, so if you start cutting a particular style of way of fading, and then that's how you need to do that same style of fading all the way around the head. All right, don't fade up on one side and fade down on the other side and thinking that everything is going to fall into place and everything is going to look good. All right, keep it consistent. Learn a system, learn how you manage the game, and keep going at it until you perfect it. Once you perfect it, if you want to learn other methods of cutting hair, then go ahead and start studying other methods of cutting hair. But if you ain't mastered level 1, stop trying to go into level 2. It's impossible. If you don't understand, if you don't understand pre-algebra, you're not going to understand algebra. If you don't understand multiplication, you're not going to understand division. So let's keep everything going, keeping everything consistent. I'm basically doing this side the same way, you know what I'm saying? And then boom, going to get into the lineup. Good life forever.
516, you better do that.
All right, y'all, I'm going in with some holding spray. Go ahead and spray his hairline down. All right, I brush it down, and now I'm gonna start at the center. And I'm gonna go ahead and make my way over, getting on this lineup, okay? Normally I would start on the weaker side first, but I already acknowledged where the weaker side was in his haircut. So normally this is his weaker side, the other side is his weaker side of his hairline. Okay, so I was pretty wrong when I did this, you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna make this a haircut tutorial video, so I stand corrected. All right, so make sure, all beginners, when you're doing a hairline that is not, that is receding, that is coming back, do not push the hairline back. Okay, all you got to do is start your hairline at the weakest side. Okay, then you'll base your stronger side on your weaker side, and you'll get a legit lineup. Okay, as y'all see, I just put in my C cup there. Now, as y'all see right here, this is the weaker side. Okay, so I should have started my line on this side of the head first, you know what I'm saying, then went back over and focused on the other side. All right, so of course, naturally, since I did the weaker side second, of course I'm gonna go back to the other side and work on that side and make sure everything is consistent and my hairline is straight. Okay, saying that you have a straight hairline is, pretty much a false statement. Okay, you can't put a straight line on a circle, so everything has to be symmetrical. What I'm doing now is I'm using my No Drip by Tune 45. I'm using my Sean Cuts Hair color enhancement card, and all I'm doing is pretty much putting my No Drip on the hairline. All right, you can find this product at tune45.com. I'm not sponsored by Tune 45, but just where you can find this product from. Go on Instagram to Sean Cuts Hair. You can find this color enhancement card through him, you know what I'm saying, and he will send it to you. I got it back in the mail pretty fast. All right, next step, I'm going into my Barber Magic pencil. I'm creating my my white line, my white chalky line, okay, to give myself that Instagram look, you know what I'm saying, making picture ready. I got this idea, shout out to Get Bean. He's the first barber to create this this pencil line right here, to give the idea for the pencil line. So shout out to him for this great idea. It really makes your haircuts look a whole lot better, especially when you post them on social media. All right, y'all, in this segment I'm going to go ahead and do the nape line. Okay, so the nape is basically the neck. Okay, so I'm going ahead and just keeping everything consistent, bringing everything down, going around the ear, connecting it to where I made the line above the ear, and just coming back down and giving him a good effect on the side of his nape line. Now I'm gonna continue on to the other side, and we're gonna get into the razor line. All right, y'all, now I'm about to use my Tune 45 triple cartridge razor, and I'm using CASHAPP blades. All right, so make sure y'all check them out. They are the sharpest blades on the market. Okay, and I'm just keeping everything consistent, working on his razor line. All right, keeping everything up, stretching the skin, make sure I don't cut the client, and then we good to go. YouTube, this is the cut. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. And as always, I bring that pressure, I bring that heat. You know what I'm saying? My Good Life brand is everything to me. All right, please like, share, feel free to make a comment and subscribe, y'all. All right, this your boy Good Life Forever. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Good Life Forever.
516, you better do that.